Live on your Big Ten Network, Huff Hall, the venue, the scene for the Women's Gymnastics Big Ten Championships. Eddie, after 5 rotations, your impressions?
Well, Michigan is rocking it out right now, leading the way with a 147.625. But Illinois just set a school record on the floor, scoring a 49.5, right behind Michigan. Gophers are there in the 4th spot with 2 Big Ten titles to his credit and 12 straight years in the top 20 in attendance. Jim Stevenson with our Elise Ray.
Coach Jim, you talked about the chemistry on your team, the closeness, close-knit team. How does that affect the competition?
Well, you've been there, and you know what it's like when it's more than just you putting the positive energy into a performance. And that's really what it is. These kids really love each other, and that's how we feel about them. So everything they do is more than just their physical effort.
And you feel that team chemistry, that bond here tonight? Yeah,
we do. I hope it translates into hit routines on balance beam in a few minutes here, but I definitely do feel it.
Thank you.
Jim and Meg Stevenson, Gophers tied for 4th in this championship a year ago, the Marine and Gold. Ranked 17th in the country this year coming in. Meanwhile, warming up on the vault, the Iowa Hawkeyes. Talking about the vault, how about All-America for Michigan, our own Eddie Humphrey? What's the vault all about? Eddie.
With an event like vault, a lot of precision and accuracy is involved in producing the best vault possible, particularly with the springboard. This springboard is about 4 feet long and approximately 1.5 feet wide. If a gymnast hits low on the board, they're not going to get the optimal bounce from the springs and have less power to the horse. So the gymnast wants to hit more on the end of the board to produce the optimal amount of bounce.
All right, we throw out the East German and the Russian judge, and that was pretty good.
10 in my book. What I wish made the cut was your vault. For the fans at home, Jim performed a double full. Nobody's even doing that in the competition. Stuck it cold, but we lost the tape.
It's a double Churchenko.
It was the triple Lindy, I think, is what we're calling it.
Moving to the vault will be the Iowa Hawkeyes. Meanwhile, on the floor, Heather McElway out of Ponte Vedra, Florida. Nice High School, the sophomore, just 20 years of age.
Penn State looking for some big performances here. Coming in about 2/10 behind Illinois right now, about 5/10 behind Michigan.
That first pass will help. That looks solid. There's her front pass, front full to a front layout.
Performed nicely.
There's that jump series pass, and as I said before, you have to make sure you get those feet all the way around in order for you to gain that bonus, and she did that.
Showing off her dance a little bit right now.
Floor is a great event to finish on. You can leave out on that floor anything you have left inside. Put it all out there.
Elise and Eddie, is that an advantage then for Michigan? Because in the 6th and last rotation, that's where the Wolverines finish up. 7th rotation.
We'll see, Jim. We'll see. Nice Rudy pass there for her 3rd pass.
A good start for Penn State.
The last one coming right into your living room.
Front handspring. Front Rudy. She looked like she may have been a little bit shy on that twist.
Coming off a solid freshman year, her best on the floor this year, 9.750. Second to go on the vault, Rachel Corcoran, the freshman out of Palatine, Illinois.
She has a lot of amplitude, a lot of pop off the horse. She gives her a lot of height in the air, a lot of time to see her landing, and ultimately get the stick.
Wow, she nails that landing.
That was her career best, a 9.825.
Competed on the vault in Iowa's last 6 meets. The freshman, 18 years of age, out of Palatine, Illinois. In the all-around competition, the senior captain for the Gophers and Alexis Russell running 1-2. Rebecca Best for Ohio State in the ranking, and Kylie Boderman and Brandy Personette. That'd be some way for Boderman to finish up, huh?
Tied right now.
On the uneven bars now, Taylor Jones for the Buckeyes. Ask her the difference between high school and the club level and going to Ohio State. She talked about the club level being so serious. When she got to Columbus, everything she said was so much more upbeat. You're competing for your teammates and your school. It's less an individual effort there. Huh?
Yeah, sometimes that can be a difficult transition. You come into college being taught to be such a serious gymnast. And in college, it really is about having fun. And sometimes it's hard to open up. But you get there eventually with the help of your teammates.
Her season high on this event is a 9.85. Trying to build on her teammate Williamson's score, also of a 9.85. As we move along here, later on in the competition, you see a lot of these athletes stepping up big time.
Ori Gabijian now quickly on the vault for the Hawkeyes.
Okay, good vault.
Her best, 9.850 against Maryland that last day of February. Taylor Jones ready to go now, the freshman for Ohio State on the uneven bars.
Mounting from the high bar. Giant full. Big Takacha. She looks like she may have flipped her heel a bit on the bar there, but not slowing her up. She didn't seem to lose any momentum there, clipping her heel on the bar. Good finish.
Okay,
that tends to hurt a little bit, but she did well.
9.850, her best of the year and her career best, last year's Oklahoma Gymnast of the Year.
Let's look at this release move here, her reverse heck. Looks like she touches that foot a little bit, but is able to kip cast out of it, no problem.
Trying to build on the 9.85.
This is the sophomore, the younger sister of Jennifer Zimbutis, 5'2", Rebecca, 19 years of age. First Canadian to receive a silver medal in a World Cup event.
She actually took a big crash in warm-up. She hit her head on the horse, came in a little bit low, really crunched. Let's see if she can come through here.
She sure does.
Nice.
That front landing can be really difficult because it's blind. You can't really see it coming.
It's tricky.
She handled it beautifully.
She performs it well.
And a smile as she goes back. Gets a hug from Coach Larissa Libby. Little Zimbuti, as she is nicknamed, Rebecca Zimbutis.
It's the thing about gymnastics, little bumps, little bruises, you keep on moving.
Hilary Dow, the exercise science major out of Yorktown, Virginia, and Tabb High School. Her best, 9.850, best of the year, and her career best on this apparatus.
Taylor Jones before her scored a 9.7.
She is also a tall gymnast, which makes it a little bit more difficult to swing bars. But her lines in return are beautiful. Giant full to an immediate double tuck. Stuck landing.
Stuck landing.
We talked about her size, one of her nicknames, Towers of Power, because of her height. The hill, Hilary Dow.
Here's that dismount again. Giant full directly into a double tuck. She'll gain bonus for that connection. Great landing.
Carrie Fagan said really emerging and becoming the heart and soul of her Buckeye team, a go-to person, and that senior leadership for next year at Ohio State. Alyssa Meyer, rock solid.
Rebecca Zimbutis scored a 9.85.
And her sister, 9.800 on the beam. You saw her floor score there out of Markham, Ontario. All Big Ten selection, two-time Big Ten Gymnast of the Week. What a great senior season she's had. Best on the vault this year 3 times, 9.900.
actually come in ranked 6th in the conference on this event.
Talking about the transition into college gymnastics, Jen mentioned that she had a difficult time being so serious at first, and that Larissa really helped her open up into her creativity and her expression in her gymnastics and her personality.
Did she have that little wrist brace on in warm-ups? I don't think she did.
Might have added it just for a little extra precaution. Protect the wrist. Check a half on, layout off. Only one in the competition performing that vault today.
Jennifer has competed on every event in every meet for the Iowa Hawkeyes this year.
When you're twisting onto the horse, it can be difficult sometimes to get a good block off. She does it beautifully. That's an extremely difficult vault.
Said if she could be on the cover of any magazine, she would pick Vogue. And the cover would say, "Who is this incredible, sizzling gymnast from Canada?" That's what they're playing for, boys and girls.
Sizzling.
And what a great feeling it is to win that title.
She competed at Penn State. She's been the head coach at Ohio State for 5 years. Her husband Ryan played football for Joe Paterno for 4 years. Carrie is about the same size as Elise Ray. Ryan used to go 6'4" and 310. He's down to a sparkling 207, Coach Fagan says.
And what a job Carrie has done with this Ohio State team.
Rebecca Best, and what she's done on the bars this year, 9.850, best of the season and best in her career, the sophomore.
And Dow, just before her, scored a 9.775. Meanwhile, over on the floor, Penn State just posted up 2 9.85s, followed by 9.875. It is crunch time, and it is getting close.
Beautiful straddle back handstand and huge transition up to the high bar.
Alyssa Meyer had a 9.75.
Some pirouetting there. Dismount coming up. Double back with a full twist.
Just a sophomore, but very sophisticated. Says that she tries to turn a negative into a positive. Describes herself as laid back, happy, and oh yes, super fly. She's flying high here.
A full twisting double back, flying high, just like you said, with a small step on the landing.
Whitney Bensko over on the floor now. Made a splash in her first meet this year against Pittsburgh. Just a freshman out of Pompton Plains, New Jersey. Said Penn State just seemed like the right fit, the right place for me. The first time I stepped onto the campus and met the team, I felt like I belonged.
Starting with a big pass on floor, a full twisting double pike. Buddha scored a 9.8 on the vault. Right here, does it well.
It's a big pass.
She was right in the corner. If she had put her heel down, she probably would have been out of bounds, but had the wherewithal to stay in.
She knew right where that corner was. That is a huge first pass.
And just before her, teammate Ali Southard posted a career best 9.85. So Penn State's coming through big on the floor right now. Rebecca Best on the bars, 9.8.
Even though the floor music is on, your teammates are loud enough, you can certainly hear them, and it is so motivating to hear them screaming for you. She has one more pass to go. Very, very great routine so far.
Caitlin Rogensack from Michigan State on the beam, 9.825.
Deep breath.
Trying to bring it home. Double pike.
Double pike, nails it.
Penn State is going huge right now on floor.
Wow, great routine.
Whitney's best on the floor this year, 9.925. That's also the best of her career that first week of March, and high fives around from her teammates for the Nittany Lions.
Here's that last pass. Big double pike. Very difficult floor routine. Hopefully we'll see that distinguishing in the score.
Goals for this young freshman to help her team win their first ever Big Ten championship. Second to go, Nicole Curler now on the beam for the Spartans. Fifth up in the rotation.
Wow, two one-arm back handsprings in a row to a handspring, to a layout step out. Those one-arm back handsprings, I cannot emphasize how difficult they are.
This outstanding junior from Bay City, Michigan, Nicole Curler, has nailed a 9.925 4 times this year for Kathy Klages and the Spartans.
She's a nice, even pace. Looks very confident and calm up on the balance beam switch side.
That routine from Bensko just scored a 9.9 over on the floor.
Cartwheel, gainer full twist.
And that was a 9.8 from Nicole Curler.
Fourth in the United States on the floor, the junior, Katy, Texas, the pride of Penn State, Brandy Personette.
#1 in the Big Ten.
Brandy's the anchor on this floor exercise, and you'll see why in a moment.
Begins her routine with an outstanding double layout mount. And here it is.
Beautiful. You do not see many of those. She makes it look effortless. Front pass. Nice clean front full to a front layout.
Penn State putting on a great show here.
Brandy helped the Nittany Lions finish first over number 11 Alabama, number 19 Ohio State that first week in March. A career high tying 9.950 on the floor for Brandy that week to propel Penn State into this Big Ten championship.
That was a great win, not only for Penn State, but for the Big Ten.
She's looking good. She has one more pass to go.
Trying to defend her Big Ten and floor exercise all-around champion. Double pike.
Beautiful.
Wow. That's going to score big. What a great meet from Penn State.
She did it. She did it.
It'll score big for the team competition and also in the all-around that Brandy excels.
That could be enough.
Look at that reaction.
Give her the all-around title. It might be.
Look at this huge first pass. Two
Double
flips
layout.
in the air. Completely extended body. Double pike can be a very difficult pass to end on because you're already feeling a little bit tired, but she does not look it there.
Doesn't like to talk about herself a great deal. Talks about her teammate and one of her best friends, Allie Southard, coming back from that back injury and the broken back from last year. Last up on the vault when we come back, Sarah Schmidt will lead things off for Illinois. The Hawkeyes finish up on the uneven bars. The Gophers and Carmelina Carbajal move to the beam, and Michigan, trying to repeat again and win another championship, wind up on the floor. Big Ten Network is looking for its most passionate fans as we welcome you back with Big Ten super fans. Some of them might be here. This is a great, enthusiastic crowd. The Big Ten Network wants to reward its loyal viewers with chances to win great prizes like tickets to a Big Ten game, autographed memorabilia, electronics, and much, much more. Register now. BigTenNetwork.com. A sea of orange and blue, the Illini at home. Bob Starkel actually out in front of us here, kind of adjusting the runway, if you will, as his Fighting Illini will lead off with Sarah Schmidt and finish up with Marika Boderman on the vault directly in front of us. I'll tell you, I've had a ball the last 2 years doing this women's gymnastics package, and you really have some terrific guys like Bob Starkell and some outstanding women coaches like Larissa Libby and Carrie Fagan and Bev, of course, and Kathy at Michigan and Michigan State, respectively. Some great role models as coaches as you look at the results.
And Ohio State on the bars finishing strong with Casey Williamson leading the way. And Michigan State on the beam posting big numbers again. 9.875 have the top 2 beam workers in the conference.
Brandy Personette electrified the crowd and the judges. 9.950. That equals her career and season best. Will it be enough for the all-around? We'll find out, because Michigan finishes on the floor. Alexis Russell, Carmelina Carbajal for the Gophers on the beam with the all-around title still up for grabs. The venue, Huff Hall. The event, the Big Ten Women's Gymnastics Championship, only here on your Big Ten Network. What an outstanding meet this has been. Nothing that Penn State can do right now. Eddie Humphrey, Elise Ray, they're on the sidelines for this 7th rotation. Let's check our standings now after 6.
Penn State finishing with a 196.525, a great score. But right now, Michigan needs a 48.9 to move into first place. Illinois needs a 49.15. So this is it right here. This is going to come down to the very last routine.
Illinois will finish on the vault. The Wolverines will be on the floor. And there, Penn State, Brandy Personette and company for the Nittany Lions. They can't do anything. As an athlete, Elise Ray, how frustrating is that?
Well, sometimes the coaches have you go back in your locker room so you don't even watch, because you can't control anything at that point. But it looks like they're going to sit out there and see what goes on. But
and
they
there's
did
the
their
Michigan
job.
bench.
They did their job, and they did it great. And now they'll just see.
Penn State had a great competition, and they're in the hardest seat right now is to sit and watch and see what Illinois and both Michigan do.
Up first for Larissa Libby and her Gym Hawks from Iowa, the sophomore, Ariel Susic.
Big Shaposhnikova there. Release move from low bar to high bar. Uprise to handstand. Looks like there's another release coming. Big Ginger.
Nicely done. Setting up for a dismount. Big tap.
Wow,
Great
she
routine.
nails the dismount.
First up for the Illini on the vault, the junior, Heartland, Wisconsin, Arrowhead High School, the Midwest Twisters Club. Turned 21 on Easter weekend. Sarah Schmidt. The Illini, can they claw their way back and come from behind and beat Penn State and Michigan?
Going for the 10-0 vault. Oh, she's off to the side, takes a couple steps. That's going to hurt Illinois.
Best on the vault so far this year. 9.825 for this junior.
See right here, a little soft on the block. She doesn't get a lot of amplitude, has to pike it down, and she's off to the side. Takes a couple steps. Hopefully a vault that Illinois will not have to count the score.
For Coach Bob, he says no question for the Illini to reach nationals. Sarah Schmidt will have to be a key factor. Melissa Fernandez, the sophomore, Eudora, Kansas, up next. Named to the who's who in high school All-America academics. Grace, presence, and style. A couple of words that they use to describe Melissa. She'll have to come up big.
Very big. And it's going to start from here on out. Illinois needs 5 big vaults.
9.800, her career and season best.
Susic's score on bars, 9.75. Schmidt, 9.6 on the vault for Illinois. Another Yurchenko full. There it is. That's the stick that they want.
They needed that vault.
Coming back big.
You've got to see the team reacting.
That one sent the entire arena into a frenzy.
They exploded when she nailed it.
That was big. That might have been the best vault of the night.
Let's look at this dynamic shoulder block off the horse.
Look at the
hips
lift.
Extended.
Bam.
Feet do not move.
She had to go big, and she did. The super sophomore, Melissa Fernandez. And look at her teammates after she stuck that one.
You can feel the excitement in this arena. Big smiles from Fernandez. Well deserved.
Runner-up in the Big Ten championship a year ago, the Illini. Can they win it here at home in front of the home orange and blue?
Kenneth Moore from Michigan. Starting Michigan outscored a 9.8.
And right after Hunneth Lohr, in the middle of the routine here, Gordon Sexton. We are live again. This is the junior for the Michigan Wolverines.
And that vault we saw from Fernandez, 9.875, a career best. And meanwhile, during this routine, Illinois just rocked out another stuck vault.
Jordan's getting ready for her second pass. Front pass, full twist to a front tuck. Little step backwards, but she fought through. Jordan has beautiful dance.
And a great routine from Jordan.
The junior out of Weddington, North Carolina, getting things going. She was second up for the Wolverines after Hunneth Lohr. Now this is what Eddie was talking about. This is Nicole Coward, the junior out of Greenwood, Indiana, Center Grove High School.
Wow, another step.
Amazing.
Suki, as she's nicknamed. So two great vaults in a row for Illinois. What has she learned from Coach Bob? She said one word: patience.
She just scored a career best in 9.9 with that amazing vault.
Next up, Kelsey Joanne Undies, the 18-year-old freshman. What kind of pressure is she facing right now after two near-perfect vaults by Melissa and Nicole, her teammates?
I don't know about pressure. I think she's going to feel the momentum and carry through. And she does it. Wow.
This building is exploding.
Illinois is putting the pressure on Michigan big time right now. You can't do it any better.
Third near-perfect vault in a row for Illinois.
Season high, career high, 9.850 for Kelsey, the freshman out of Frederick Gymnastics. The crowd at the other end, almost in the end zone, upstairs, just jumped up, as did her teammates. Now, Sarah Curtis, what she's done for Michigan on the vault, the bars, and the beam, as the great junior, 21 years of age. Next up, rotation number 7.
Sarah needs to go big here, as Illinois is posting up good vaults.
As a competitor, you're not supposed to watch the other teams, of course, but you're pretty aware of what's going on. You hear the crowd, you hear the other teams, so I think Michigan's aware of the success of Illinois right now.
Illinois only 2.5 tenths behind Michigan coming into this final rotation.
Huge double back for Sarah.
Big finish.
Such a solid performer for Michigan.
Don't count these Wolverines out. They've won 15 of 17.
That was a 9.925 we just saw in vault.
Back to the vault we go. Super sophomore Allison Buckley. 3 brilliant vaults by Illinois in a row. Can this be number 4? Her resume speaks for itself. In line for Big Ten Gymnast of the Year. An All-America last year. Coming off Big Ten Freshman of the Year. Here we go.
Okay, a good vault. A step on the landing. It's going to be a tough deduction.
But she had hardly any execution deductions in that twist.
Illinois is keeping themselves in the game.
Big block, legs are glued together. Just that step.
How good can this 5'2", 20-year-old sophomore be? Coach Bob says the sky is the limit. Fourth up, last rotation, Michigan. They're trying to come from behind and edge out Penn State and Illinois. Tatiana, the 21-year-old senior. This will be special. She excels on the floor.
This is a bigger team, but it's risky. She starts out with an Arabian double front. It's a blind landing. You don't see a thing. And here's the pass right here. Nailed it.
Nails it. Such showmanship from Tatiana. She feels her music. She feels the energy from the crowd. Second pass.
A 1.5 punch front.
Michigan's fighting.
She's won 2 titles this year on the floor with identical scores of 9.900. Big Ten runner-up on the floor 2 years ago.
They only need a 9-6 and he's already got one. Jump series, setting up for her 3rd run. Double pike. Good landing. Great routine from Tatiana. It's a lot of pressure going into that routine. She handles it beautifully.
Two-time All-America. High fives from her Wolverine teammates and from Coach Bev. Last pass right into your living room.
Again, not an easy pass to end with. You're already feeling a bit tired. She hits it.
Just a second ago, last up on the vault for the Illini, the senior, 21 years of age, Marika Botterman. Last meet here at home. Sister Kylie for the Wolverines, watching her sister here.
From Yurchenko full. This takes a hop, but what a performance from Illinois today.
9.950, Marika's best on the vault so far this year. And now her sister, after watching Marika, this is Kylie, the sophomore, finishing up on the floor for the Wolverines. And somewhere in the stands, Hank and Lori Botterman, they got to have cameras and videotapes to follow both daughters.
Kylie starts her routine right into the corner where her teammates are.
And Dad is on his feet. I don't know how anybody could be sitting down in this arena right now. Full in.
And she's inbounds. Great pass. Take a look at Kylie's dance. Such energy, creativity. She's a great dancer, in addition to being an excellent tumbler. And she has fun out there.
Two-time All-American for the Wolverines, her best on the floor, 9.925, 8 times. That's how strong this sophomore has been on the floor so far for Michigan this year.
She is in a tough spot right now. I'm sure she's feeling the pressure inside, but by the look of it, she's just having fun.
And the meet is so tight right now. The tension in here is incredible. I'm shaking right now. It's so exciting. Sister watching closely to see what her sister does, what she does here.
She just draws you into her floor routine. 3rd pass.
This could come down to this. Second.
Kylie Botterman, will that be enough?
It is going to be close. What a performance from Botterman today. You can't ask for any more.
Let's look at this huge first pass.
A full twisting double back. Finishing with a double back. Just a great landing. Teammates in the background just elated. So excited about this routine.
Out of United Gymnastics Academy. Will it be enough for the Wolverines? One more to go on the floor for Michigan. Last year's Big Ten champion with a score of 196.750. Jackie Kramer last up.
And And Jackie has a great story. Came in, walked on to the Michigan team. The coaches love her performance so much, such a hard worker. They put her on full scholarship.
9.95 for Kylie Bodeman.
Jackie's second pass, slight step to the side, but beautiful execution.
She missed one meet this year with injury. One career title on the floor. 9.875 was her score. Yeah, you just don't see walk-ons earning full scholarships, and Coach Bev is a pretty tough grader.
She sure is. So the fact that she earned one says volumes about Jackie.
Jackie showing off beautiful dance, beautiful long, sleek lines. Setting up, this could be for the championship. A 1.5, punch the layout.
She hits it.
And it is gonna be close.
She did her job for the Wolverines. Great routine.
9.875, her best so far this year. The former walk-on, an academic all Big Ten selection a year ago. Last to go for the Gophers, and befittingly so. The senior captain, she had her last home meet. There was hardly a dry eye in the house last week in Minnesota. Here she is on the beam with her best on the beam for the year. 9.950. Did that in the best of Minnesota. Carmelina Carbajal
came into this rotation leading the competition, so all-around bragging rights at stake.
Balance beam, of course, being a difficult event to end your competition on. Final event of the competition has pressure already. It's that balance beam. Flight series.
Beautiful.
Solid.
last week at home, led by this lady and Kristen Furukawa. Jamie Bullock, the second best beam score in Minnesota women's gymnastics history.
Beautiful kick over front to a beat jump to a ring jump. Great bonus connection there. No bobbles.
Second in the Big Ten on the beam.
She is so focused. The rest of the competition is already finished. She's the only one on an apparatus right now. She looks like she is in her zone. Full turn with your leg at a 90-degree angle to a dismount. Beautiful.
Her parents are here, Fred and Margaret. Brother Steve was there last week in Minnesota. The senior captain, Carmelina Carbajal. High fives around.
For her dismount, she performs a gainer, layup full, and what a way to end 4 years competing in the Big Ten, having a huge competition today.
Kinesiology major, wants to go on to nursing school, looking at Cal Berkeley. So the all-around up for grabs, the team titles. So Eddie and Elise will get their calculators out and see if they agree or disagree with the judges. We're live from Champaign, Illinois. Glad you're live with us on your Big Ten Network. Thanks to head coach Bob Starkell, the whole gang here at the University of Illinois. A magnificent job hosting this championship. The Women's Big Ten Gymnastics Championship at Huff Hall. With Eddie Humphrey and Elise Ray. Let's check the last rotation. Nicole, the best for the Illini in the vault, 9.990. Kelsey Strong, 9.925. Fernandez, Melissa was great, 9.875. Allison Buckley, that 9.850. Marika Boderman finished up, the senior, 9.825. And Sarah Schmidt alive in the all-around. A little disappointing for Sarah at 9.600. A little off her game there here at home. Let's take a look at the gal that got it going here. Melissa Fernandez, the sophomore out of Kansas. That's what got the momentum going. The gal who's known for her presence and style. And then Nicole Coward out of Greenwood, Indiana, the junior. Suki.
Nailing another vault.
Talked to her yesterday. What does she want to do? Go back in time and become a Greek goddess. And Kelsey Joanne Undies, the freshman. Talk about poise and pressure. And she nailed it. She responded. Look at Coach Starkel.
What a great performance. Illinois just unbelievable on the vault.
The Iowa Hawkeyes for Coach Larissa Libby and what they did on the uneven bars. The sister, Rebecca Zimbutis, and her sister, Jennifer, they tied at 9.800. Jessa Hansen, 9.775, along with Hori Gobizian. Carbajal was the best again for the Gophers. Carmelina just having a magnificent 2 weeks. At home last week at Minnesota and here at this championship. Carbajal 9.900. Alexis Russell strong. And on the floor, Kylie Botterman led the way, 9.950. You think Hank's going to buy dinner for both daughters tonight?
The stress they put him through, I think they're going to be the one buying him dinner.
Of course, he can retire if he patents those T-shirts, right?
There you go. Sell them, make a little money.
So we talk about the man getting ready for the Olympics in London. What would that mean to you to qualify, Eddie Humphrey?
You know, it would be amazing. My brother did it back in '96, and you know that's what I'm trying to follow in his footsteps to do. As the crowd chants my name live on the Big Ten Network.
What for these gals? Let's talk about the seniors. You went through it right in the men's program. What's it like, right, when you're competing in your last Big Ten championship?
There's nothing like it, and for these seniors all to come out and all the seniors just to have some of the best performances of their lives, they will never forget today's competition.
It's a moment you take with you. It's kind of like Rudy, right? When
it is.
Dan Devine gave that for you seniors, keep that last game in mind. It's one you'll never forget. The all-around is up for grabs. We've got a great group of freshmen. We talk about Taylor Jones for Ohio State, some of the gals that are up for grabs for Freshman of the Year. The Big Ten Gymnast of the Year is up for grabs. The all-around competition, the team title. So while the judges are conferring, you look at all the logos of the Big Ten. A reminder, Eddie will be there along with our whole Big Ten men's gymnastics crew. Mark it down. Friday and Saturday, April. Men's gymnastics will be in Ann Arbor, where Michigan will do a good job, and we can go to the Chop House for dinner.
There you go. You're paying.
Okay, Alligator Arms. We're back live on the campus of the University of Illinois, founded back in 1867. Famous athletic alums include the likes of Red Grange and Dick Butkus. Other alums, John Chancellor, the ex-anchorman from NBC Evening News. For you financial buffs, Susie Orman, been in the news lately, a graduate of the University of Illinois. For you Law and Order fans, Jerry Orbach, Detective Lenny Briscoe from the University of Illinois. Jack Welch, the ex-CEO of General Electric, is a graduate of Champaign and the University of Illinois.
And Illinois did a great job. I have to say, they did an incredible job of hosting this competition.
So I think we've got the final standings now, Pards. Let's take a look. Michigan wins again, 197.075. The Illini were runner-ups a year ago. They are runner-ups here at home. They have done a magnificent job. Penn State, they were on a bye in the third rotation. Nothing they could do. Pretty much surmised they were going to be passed. And the Gophers tied for fourth a year ago in the fourth spot again, despite a stellar effort by Carmelina Carbajal and Alexis Russell. The Buckeyes of Kerry Fagan finished fifth. Kathy Klages and her Spartans were sixth, and the injury-depleted Hawkeyes of Larissa Libby with those 5 season-ending injuries, seventh. Michigan. Why is their women's gymnastics program so strong? I mean, you start to run out of adjectives.
Yeah, you do, and despite all the adversity they faced with all the injuries, everything going on, Coach Bev Plothy knows how to get this team ready for each and every championship. It's amazing. And, you know, speaking of injuries, I should mention, we see today a lot of these gymnasts taped up, a lot of ankles taped, wrist taped. It is National Athletic Trainers Month, and And we should just take a minute to thank these trainers for all that they do a lot for these athletes to get them in the position to win a championship.
All right, with the winners again, the Wolverines. Elise?
All right, I have the winning team here. I need a spokesperson. How do you guys feel?
Awesome.
Amazing. There's the trophy.
When Bev Plotke took over the Wolverines program in 1990, Michigan had won one Big Ten title. That was back in 1982. Now they're on a tear. We'll come back. You come back with us. Live in Champaign, Illinois, the campus of the University of Illinois for your Big Ten Women's Gymnastics Championship. Carmelina Carbajal, the senior captain, the young lady out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, and she is one super young lady. Carbajal winning the all-around. Kylie Botterman, the super sophomore for the Wolverines, second. Randy Personette for Penn State, and Alexis Russell, the junior for the Gophers, finished up fourth. The awards presentation with Carbajal and company. Bev Plotke, 9-time Big Ten Coach of the Year. She could be headed to number 10. She's now won this conference championship 16 of the last 8. Women's Gymnastics has been brought to you by the National Championships, April 16th through the 18th, 2009. For tickets, call 800-8-BIG-RED or visit ncaa.com. Back at the University of Illinois. A couple of firsts. Back in 1922, the University of Illinois, they invented sound on movie films. In 1993, they developed the first web browser. And you think that athletics and academics don't go together as you look at the final standings? 14 of 19 Illinois athletic teams last year recorded 3.0 GPAs or better. Michigan again, Bev again, 16 of 18. I mean, this is Jack Nicklaus-like.
It's incredible. It's amazing to see what she does. That every time it comes championship time, she always has her team ready.
We'll talk with Coach Bev. We'll talk with Carmelina Carbajal, the winner of the all-around, the awards presentation, and much, much more as our live coverage continues. Congratulations to the Michigan Wolverines, Big Ten champions for the 16th time in 18 seasons. Who's your Big Ten Gymnast of the Year? How about the all-around junior out of Katy, Texas, Randy Personette? She'll be back for Coach Steve her senior year. She just gets better.
She does. She gets better with age, which is just incredible to see how consistent she's been over the past 3 years.
Freshman of the year, the only person in 2 seasons to challenge Rebecca Best in the all-around, the gal that goes to local schools and reads to underprivileged kids to promote literacy. Taylor Jones works in a home shelter and a food shelter over the holidays. So your freshman of the year, Taylor Jones for Ohio State. Your Big Ten Gymnast of the Year again. First team All-America, Brandy Personette. And we've got co-coaches of the year for Penn State. Steve Shepard in his 17th year. Congratulations to the man who was an outstanding gymnast at Southern Illinois. And Coach Bob Starkell in his 10th year. Runner-up each of the last 2 years. The man from the University of Wisconsin, Oshkosh, and his wife, Lynette, who, of course, have done a great job hosting everybody here this week. The awards ceremony continues here at the campus of the University of Illinois. And again, our thanks to Coach Bob Starkell, Cassie and her whole crew in the SID department. Just a great job. The Michigan Wolverines, champions again. And you talk about a dynasty. And I said, Eddie, you start to run out of adjectives, adverbs, nouns, verbs. Pick a category to describe the job that Bev has done and the dynasty that she's created in Ann Arbor.
It's amazing. Like you said, I don't have the words for it to tell you what Bev Plotke has done with this team to make them champions on such a consistent basis.
Thanks to all the coaches, all the schools, and all the gymnasts for their help and their cooperation throughout our Big Ten Network Gymnastics package here. That's it from the 2009 Women's Gymnastics Championship live here in Champaign, Illinois. Michigan again, 16 of the last 18 years. Don't forget the men's championships coming up April 3rd and 4th from Ann Arbor. And stick around on your Big Ten Network for more great programming. For Eddie and Elise Ray and our whole crew, so long.